Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I got my spirit guide Fatty here with me to help me out as usual. So I'm just checking in. I've been doing the Mind Valley Jeffrey Allen duality course for a little over a week now, and I want to share my results because I am very excited so far, and it is high time that all this happened. The last 6 years of my life have been very difficult. I have not felt like myself. It started with me changing careers. I used to be a librarian, and that was a very, very, very hard journey with a lot of identity crisis. And it propelled me into this world where you're not empowered. I have not been empowered with dating. I've not been empowered at my jobs. Those are tons of stories of betrayal and lessons learned and like cleaning up a lot of stuff inside of me. I also lost like a group of friends that I had for 10 years. So there's been a lot going on, dipping into poverty. So much stuff has happened in the last 6 years. And COVID as well, like many of you I'm sure are feeling, is such a crazy time for transformation if you're going to buckle down and do the work. It is a time of real quiet, and I've said this in a lot of videos, like there's really not the level of distractions, and it's really making me realize in a tangible way how much I'm in my head and how external things have not really been helping me because I haven't been attracting all the right external things anyway. Even though I've been, I always read spiritual stuff, I watch spiritual podcasts, I do work on myself, I feel like I'm self-aware. It hasn't been with the full level of commitment, I think, to really propel me into a place that I want to be where I am reaching my full potential, because it's so hard. I've ranted about this so much. I don't think, if you're watching a Tony Robbins video, like he almost makes it sound so easy, and you get, at least for me, I get this like motivation, like, yeah, and then I go out and do it, and within like an hour I'm depressed about some nonsense that probably happened to me when I was 7 years old, or something that happened like last week or whatever. I'm attracted to Jeffrey Allen's course again because it's a structured course that's going to force me to do it, force me to do the daily exercises, and really force me to look at my entire soul, energetic body, and figure out how to clean that stuff up, because I am so inhibited by my feelings, anxiety, depression, feelings of worthlessness, low confidence, being at these jobs and on these dates where I'm so disempowered. And I've been through jobs where I'm just treated like I'm nothing, even though I've sacrificed so much. I mean, one day maybe I can get into all that, but it has been quite a journey, and I'm just thankful that for whatever reason, I've made enough good choices to get to a place where I do feel motivated. And I'm just realizing that this video kind of sounds like, the last video before somebody like gets murdered or whatever. Sorry, I think I've been watching too much Makeup and Murder, but you know what I mean? Like it has that kind of like hopeful message where, anyways, sorry, dark place. I would like to transform. I would like to reach my highest potential, and hoping to get a clean start, because I'm so sick of feelings being in the way. I vacillate between, yeah, I feel good, this feels like a good idea, like share my light, whatever, and to like a place of like crippling self-doubt where I'm like, that was so stupid. So it's like that noise in my head is insane. And it doesn't help when you like share your light too. Like there has been, dates or jobs, like I previously said, where I feel like I'm sharing myself, like my passion, my spark, my light, and then I still get rejected or abandoned, and it just really compounds. my sad sack feelings about myself. So yes, like, let's work on this hardcore. I want to commit to a better path. I want to feel that light more often, and I don't want to get discouraged when the world does not care that I've arrived. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to continue on that better path. And I think for the first time in my life, that little voice that is like, you can do it, like, whether it's like that train that was like, I think I can. Maybe I'm that train now that's like, I think I can. Whereas before, I just would go too much to the sad side. And I think also just kind of growing up Catholic, I equated the world as like good and bad, my actions as like sin or not sin. And for me, that isn't necessarily the most helpful way to go about stuff, because I'm looking at behavior rather than the subconscious and the driving force behind all that behavior. I never got past that sort of like feeling bad about myself if I'm doing something that I was told was bad. And that in turn has really cut me off from God, source, whatever you want to call it, because I feel this sense of unworthiness. But so much of what I've encountered in life reflects my sense of unworthiness. So that's not good. I mean, I don't even know why I internalized it that much, because there's so many positive messages that I got growing up Catholic too, about God's unconditional love and all that. But I don't know, maybe it was a Don Bosco book I read, or the Fatima. Like, it's just, there's a lot of fear too. So I would love to live my life making choices despite fear, or not feeling fear like I do, rather than making a lot of choices to soothe fear and to escape fear and all the other uninvited friends, as that book is called. It's a good book, but anyways. So to sum up that part, I'll give you a quick visual analogy of the never-ending story, when the main character, I don't remember anybody's name in that, Atreyu, I don't know, was going through that swamp of despair, and how hard it was for him to continue his journey, because the thoughts were so heavy, and it was like this heavy quicksandy mud or whatever. That's sort of what my life has felt like for the last 6 years, and I would like to continue on my never-ending story journey to something much better. So anyways, week 1 of Jeffrey Allen. He is so soothing, by the way. I have noticed a lot, which is crazy, because it's only been like a week and a bit. But I have been fully committed to this, and I'm learning how to ground my energy and how to quiet my mind so far. There's a lot of stuff in this course. It's really fun. But in a week, I've written down 10 things that I've noticed, so bear with me. Also, like, I'm sharing this journey with you again. Like, I keep saying this over and over, but like, I just really don't think that a lot of people out there are sharing like the gritty nuts and bolts of the like confusing self-doubt side of like getting to where you want to be. So my intention is to just make people feel like they're not alone if this is what they're going through, and also to motivate you if you're feeling like you're doing something wrong, because like life is not, it's not, it's not a straight easy peasy line like, oh, I'm woke now, it's all good. Like, it's not like that. Okay, so number 1, I feel like I'm observing my emotions more rather than folding to them and curling into the fetal position. I am kind of like seeing them more as a movie reel, like, oh, there's that triggery emotion. And it's funny too, because in the last couple weeks I have triggered people, And I know on my side, like, there's no intention to hurt anybody. Um, so it's allowed me to see my triggers a little more clearly. And when somebody triggers me, I can step back a little bit more and observe. I'm coming to this with more curiosity, like, oh yeah, there's that old dark feeling. It's not as like in my soul, because I feel like doing these grounding exercises with Jeffrey Allen is I'm grounding some of that nonsense, and I'm also more in my body, in my soul, which is the higher version of myself, the one that's more connected to God. So the outside external world isn't as meaningful, I'm gonna say. And it's funny too, because I guess I'll just roll into number two, is I'm experiencing like fun coincidences. I've always experienced fun coincidences, but it's like more meaningful, feels like more frequent. So Jeffrey Allen is very like, get out of your head and into the body. And it's funny because I was watching like this documentary, and a psychologist literally, like, all caps yelled, you know, get out of your mind and into your body. And it was like the morning after I had really felt like I can viscerally feel this message. And then I was like scrolling on Instagram and clicked on a video, and it was the same message. Like, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. Those are fun coincidences. Also, maybe the most fun coincidence was my coworker and I were talking about this bakery that we love and J-Lo, and we talked about those two topics more than once. And then he messaged me and said that J-Lo has actually been to that bakery. So that would be the best coincidence of the week. Number 3 is, it feels like there's more of a buffer between me and the world. Not in a disconnected way. I do have an appreciation for unity among human beings, but I'm not taking on people's energy as much. Like, I've had angry customers at work, and I'll kind of try to ground in my head, and just, I'm able to like sit back and not feel the anger as much like happening inside myself. So that's a delight. Number 4, I've also felt like, it's weird because I'm gonna contradict myself. I've had more drama that'll be, okay, this is number 4, number 5, because they're like opposite C's. So I've had more drama just coming at me. So I don't know if I'm just barfing out everything and I'm putting it, and it's going into the world, and like, ugh. So I've had more drama, and I even had like a friend at work who was like, geez, you like, whoa, your energy is like, what is happening? I'm so worried about you. So there's just like, I don't know, it's just this frenetic cloud of garbage, and there's been a lot of drama. On the other hand, there's been like less drama, like the weird Slavic customer that said she hated me or whatever was like perfectly nice and bought her product, and there was no extensive like on and on like she usually does. And at the end she was like, Danke, auf Wiedersehen, which sure, I'll take it. So yeah, the world around me seems to be kind of changing. It's a little bit bizarre. It's interesting. Number 4 is I've lost weight. I don't have as much like digestion garbage issues. I just feel like my body again. Something again I have not felt for a long time. Like, I don't know, you just know your kind of like favorite way to look in jeans or whatever, and just the way I feel, like I feel looser, I feel more flexible, I feel more energized. So that's pretty cool. I have been crying a lot. That's the next one. Just full force cries, which feels so good because I don't cry like I used to. I used to be such a crybaby, and that kind of stopped because I was dead inside. I don't know, but yeah, there's been a lot of crying. It's really nice. The next one is I don't feel as untethered as I used to, where I just fly apart when somebody says something that like hits me the wrong way. I feel a little bit more tethered. Not totally, because like again with all that frenetic energy, and that goes into the next point. I've just had these episodes over the last like 10 days where I just feel insane. And I can't get back to, I don't feel grounded. It's funny. So I almost feel like all these grounding exercises are making me come apart to then feel better grounded. So I'm going in between feeling insane and feeling grounded. So that's a thing. One is I'm not feeling as much like envy and jealousy. You know, I see a happy couple in the past and I'd be like, why? Like, why not me? And this sense of like futility and disempowerment would come over me, and almost like anger at like the universe. Like why? Why do things not work out for me? And now I feel more like, whatever. Like, that's their life, that's my life. We'll get, you know, good things will come to me. It's okay. I'd rather feel joy for them. When I'm my highest self, I'm still a petty bitch. Like, come on. I'm not, these things aren't going to change overnight. But I'm feeling less of my dumb, petty feelings and more like, that's nice. Like, that's nice. Like, that I'm happy that there's people that are experiencing fantastic things. Like, that's the goal. I want everybody to be at their highest good. I already mentioned I feel more like myself. I just feel more comfortable in my body. I think that's it. I don't even know if that was 10. That I have 10 on the list, but I kind of feel like I'm repeating them. But anyways, thank you again, guys, for listening. Fatty's really chilled out here. Do you want to maybe say goodbye, Fatty? There we go. There's my beep. Oh, she just hates it. She hates it so much. Okay, anyways, toodly doodlies. Stay safe, make good choices. I know I haven't. Don't be hard on yourself. Hey, bye-bye.